said we had some new viewers up in the Clinton area, out in Hines Creek Way, and we want to welcome all them in. I think they just got some cable put up that way and turned everybody on, Mike.
That's right.
So
That's good.
we're glad to have some from some new viewers and this, that, and the other. And the sad part about it is Mike and I didn't make any fishing trips this past weekend, and we didn't have a bit of film, but Brad's worked his miracles as he usually does, and he's going to show some film back 3 or 4 weeks ago, and which is good, Mike.
Yeah, that's real good.
Because we don't have any film to show tonight, and I hate to try to talk us through it when we don't have any fishing film.
That's right.
It's not good at all, and so they're going to show us. They'll cut to some film we showed a few weeks back here in a little bit, and we'll get the ball rolling. Want to say hello to Dad and Bill and Paul Harrison and Jeff Parrott. I dialed his number by mistake this week.
Yeah.
He called me right back, and he said, "Hey," he said, "what was you needing?" I said, "Well, I hate to tell you, but I got 2 Jeffs side by side on my phone," and I said I meant to dial Jeff at work, and I dialed Jeff Parrott. So I told him when he got he said he had some film. I said, "Hey, just come on over anytime you get a chance, and we'll show it, you know." And that's the best way we can do about helping us keep fishing film.
That's for sure.
I mean, it's good to have it. It's a slow drag over here of a night whenever Mike don't have any film.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind for sure. Let's see. What else was it, Mike? Yeah, the IUOE tournament is going to be this coming Saturday. Next Saturday, October the 30th, and so he's getting geared up for that.
Yeah.
The last 2 or 3 years we've been putting in at the dam down there, and it's been so dang foggy you couldn't see your hand in front of your face.
And that's for sure.
And it may be that way at Ladd's Landing with that cold water coming out of the clinch, and it could be just as bad. But we decided to move the thing, or the decision was made to move it up that way, and hopefully it won't be as bad foggy. So
that's true. That's true. The main thing, it gets you closer to Hardee's, or if it is, you can get you another biscuit.
Yeah. I knew you had an ulterior motive there, Mike, for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're looking forward to that, even though we haven't been on Watts Bar since, I know, May for me, middle of May. I think Wesley had his last high school tournament there at Ladd's Landing, and came home, put the batteries on charge, put the night baits in the boat and the black lights, and I think about 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30 that evening we was on Norris.
Yeah.
And so anyway, been on Norris ever since.
Other than going down and for a little while taking grandson down there, catch a few crappie there. That's first trip I've been back since back in spring.
Right. I hear you. It's been a long grind. We'll whenever Brad gets ready, we're going to cut to that film, and we're going to just show every bit of it that we've got on this on that CD back there, and then we'll come back and see how we do, Mike.
I try.
All righty. Ready? Okay.
Well, there's Steve. Caught one here.
Caught 1-0, Mike. Now tell him really what happened.
Well, you told us there and caught one.
First cast.
First cast. That's a bad sign.
No, that's a good sign. That means I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you think so? That's a nice smallie.
That's a nice one.
Oh, well.
Number one.
Quit putting you on these places then.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. You got another one here. Another nice one.
Had 3 bites on the same cast.
Yeah.
May have been the same fish following it out. Good job, Mike.
It'll be.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Okay, get at it. That ain't a big one like them other 2 was.
go.
3 casts, 3 fish, Mike. Like Bill said, he's on fire.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Now, folks, I'm going to tell you, last night, them fish just didn't want to cooperate, but they are cooperating so far tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Golly bum, where's all that mess at right there?
I don't know. You're going to be a...
All right, there Mike is number 1. For him, that's number 4 in the boat. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, we're running off yours.
Mm-hmm. Good fish, Mike.
Yeah.
Good fish. Need the pliers?
Do something. Got that hook down in his jaw there for sure.
Yeah, them skirts, it's hard to see the hook. Folks, we've made 3 or 4 casts here. Did you get it loose?
No, I didn't.
I'm so good. Right in the roof of his mouth, ain't it?
No, it ain't in the root, but it's close to it. Yeah. I think it come loose in if I can get it.
Get him to turn loose of it. All right, there you go.
I think so. Get him to turn loose of it.
Huh. Oh, that's a nice fish.
That's his best.
Eat it again, ain't he?
Yeah.
Well, I'll let Mike get that off, and we've done seen that. That's number 4 already on the same spot, which is the way they're supposed to bite. Did you get it then? Wow.
All right. So you got him another one on
That's
there.
number 5, and I've had 4 more hooked and didn't get them. So I barely am over 500. We're going to have to do better than that, Mike.
Well, the fish is biting better than you are.
That's right. All right, there Mike is with a good largemouth fish now. Get some of that light off of it. Yeah, boy. I don't know, that's number 6 in the boat or 7?
6, I think.
6, I think. We've missed that many. Oh, heck. Give up on how many we've hooked and got off. So Mike ain't even, you're down to probably about 250, maybe 260 on the average, Mike. Poor deal.
All right, that was a nice smallmouth that you got there. He's a good 18-incher or so.
Yeah. All right. How many does that make?
7.
Back in the water.
Back in the water.
Pulled like a prick.
You got another nice smallmouth there.
Yeah, buddy, Mike. You may have to bring a bigger net next time, Mike. You know.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. You wouldn't miss so many. Look at that.
Barely had
No
hooked.
wonder. And them suckers knocking the fool out of that thing. And it's about to get hooked. Now, that's the kind of fish we used to catch a lot of.
Oh, yeah.
And a little bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was all right.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good. Good taking.
Right here.
Yeah. And I think that's number 8. Yeah. Damn,
Yeah,
how
that
pretty.
makes number 9 there, see?
I mean, how pretty them suckers are.
Mm-mm. I reckon so.
Shoot, farming. Golly, bum.
Yeah.
Well, wish old Bill was with us.
Yeah.
Golly, bum. Dang, go, man. Down to you.
Got one on there. Yeah. Got it.
How many does that make?
10.
10 or 11?
10.
I told you you had it swallowed. Golly, bum. That, blame it, quit. I may just have to cut the hook on that. Yeah. He got it swallowed. Sure has.
Well, it's a good small. We'll put him back in water if you ever get him loose.
Yeah, if I ever get him loose.
Yeah.
Got to figure out which way that hook turned there.
You probably need to know if you ever find out.
Yeah. Let's see here.
We'd give you a little help, but my fingers ain't no longer than yours.
Hold still, buddy. If I could get that thing, hold still.
Yeah. We get him back in the water one of these days.
Yeah. All right, folks. Old Mike's got him a big largemouth right there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn him around a little bit to the side. No, the other way, Mike. There you go. Yeah. You got too much light on him. Take you. Yeah, now that right there looks a lot better. All right, get him back to the water and get us another one, but I think that's number 12 or 13, something like that. All right, folks, our Mike is with a smallmouth. Too much light on him. Yeah, fairly good. All right, back to the water, Mike. I think that's 13 or 14. I've lost count.
All right, now Steve's got another one. I'll tell you what, you got to catch him twice here.
Yeah. Yeah, before he got back in the water.
Before we got back in the water, sir. He's gone. All right. You got lucky on that, and maybe you won't lose the next one either. All right, folks, there's another nice small.
Next cast, Mike.
Next cast, too.
Yep.
All right, get him back in the water. You're going to beat the bottom of the boat today, eh?
Flopping all over everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Done good, done good. Yeah, done real good. Nice one, nice one, real nice one. Okay, we get him back. Time again.
Buddy, old Mike's got a dandy smallmouth right there now. Look what a belly on that rascal.
Yeah, he's been eating good, ain't he?
Yeah, he sure has. That's a good one, Mike.
We'll let him go back and eat some more.
Yeah, that's one of them nearly 4-pounders. Our Mike is with another good smallmouth.
Yeah, I'd like to have that other one that bit a minute ago.
Yeah.
He's a good one.
All right, get him back in.
Yeah.
First fish in the boat. We've had 7 bites, 7 fish on, get them almost in and they'd get off. So there's the first one in here, small fish, but we've had some dandies on. Broke water and throw their bait, this, that, and the other. Mike, you know how he is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's raining, and we don't know no better to, you know.
We won't melt.
I might, Mike, you won't, but I might. So we got to get the camera dried off, for sure. Yeah. All right, we're going to cut the camera off, get back to fishing, remember our sponsors, and let's go fishing, rain or shine. Guys, I just swallowed one. Okay, our Mike is with our second fish in the boat on his very next cast. A little better fish. Mike, I swallowed them bugs. You're going to have to cut the light off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, folks. He's 1 for 8. He's back on the board. Yeah. 1 for 8. Well,
Mike, if I was playing for the Atlanta Braves, I'd be sitting on the bench.
you're sitting on the bench, too.
Yeah.
1 for 8.
1 for 8.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had several more bites than that. I'm just talking about the fish I've hooked.
Yeah,
And got
fish you
off.
hook, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't much think about it. One of these days you'll learn how to hook one.
All right, there Mike is with another fish. Yeah. You good, Mike?
That's what it's about.
Grabbed that thing and had it.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing. That's a pretty good fish right there.
real nice smallmouth.
Yeah, boy. All right, for old Bill.
Yeah.
Bill's not feeling too good this afternoon. He didn't get to make the trip with us, but here we are back in the water, Mike.
Gone, too.
Yeah, I'd take about 10 like that right there.
Get ready.
Yeah.
All right, folks, he got one on here. He can get it in. Looks like he done jumped in my line.
Yes. Here he comes, Mike. Right. All right. All right.
Got him in my line, too.
Yeah, we're straightening things up. God, man. Did he swallow that thing? Oh, he come loose right then. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got you, buddy. That gum throw my trailer off. Man, they're mean and striping snakes tonight.
Yeah.
God, bum, Mike.
Got a little venom in them.
Yeah, they have. You ain't kidding. Shoot, far.
Got a good color, too.
Yeah, pretty fish.
He's a nice
All
fish.
right, back in the water. Yeah, it got smaller.
He got smaller.
Hmm.
Things a little bit better tonight. The wind ain't blowing like it was carrying on last night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. There you go. Good little fish.
He bit good.
Bit good, dude.
Okay.
Get another.
Just good, Mike.
Yeah, whoa.
Whoa, got him.
You didn't get the meanness out of him, did you?
Not really. Sure didn't. Well, I got him right through the nose.
Yeah.
Come on out there, Hook. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Got him, ain't you?
Got him now, yeah.
Okay, folks, that's number 4. We've only had a couple of bites, so it seemed like they're just in a few places.
Yeah.
He's got a good belly on him, ain't he?
He been eating good what you got in your mouth.
Yep.
I don't even know.
Right there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're back, folks. Thank you, Chandler. Mike, caught a lot of fish.
Yeah, there's some
I mean,
pretty good ones in there.
caught some pretty decent fish. Like I said, that was a few weeks back. But we did do pretty good.
Yes, sir.
I mean, caught them on jigs. A couple of different. We were throwing 2 or 3 different colors, you know. But that night right there, that thing black with with a gold flake in it, and the water, a little bit of watermelon in the bottom of it there, and the watermelon chunk was I think was the best one we got on.
Yeah.
That's when we was in there on Stump Island, and
Well, you caught a few to
Fixing
start
it
off
off
with
with.
on that green pumpkin with the
green
blue
pumpkin,
flash.
blue flash in it did, because I was throwing the green pumpkin with the blue and watermelon or green pumpkin trailer, and then we changed a couple of places there and got on that dang gold flake and the dang watermelon with a watermelon trailer.
Yeah, I caught a few on that copper trawl.
Caught a few on the copper crawl, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the most of them come on that with that watermelon trailer on it.
Yeah.
Black and the green the watermelon trailer.
It wasn't a lack of trying different things besides that either.
No, we did.
Tried a lot of different colors, combinations.
You changed up a whole lot more than I had. I had them 2 jigs tied on one rod and one on another, and I just, when they got to hitting the watermelon with the watermelon trailer, heck, I just stayed with it pretty heavy. Mm-hmm. A lot of the fish came from in that 25 to 29 foot range, and there was just a bunch of fish there on that. I mean, we caught, well, the first place we stopped there, I caught them 3 back to back, and then
Had 2 to get off.
had 2 to get off, and then you caught one, and so yeah, they were on that spot on that hogs back there too, pretty good.
Yeah.
So it was a good trip.
It was.
I mean, a good trip. I don't know which we got the next segment of it coming up here in a few minutes, and we'll see how good it was compared to that trip. But we did catch. I think we was up in the teens fishing the boat there that night. May have been up near 20. But it wasn't a bad trip. Sure wasn't. We've had a lot worse.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Sure have.
Yeah.
Do remember our sponsors. Right quick, I'll mention a little bit about them. I want to thank IOUE for helping us put on the show. Reynolds Racing and Marine. Do get on their website. I had all intentions of getting some pictures of that bullet boat. If you get on their website, that boat is on there. The silver and blue one that they brought in and sold it when it hit the lot down there, it's on the film also. But that white one, red one with the black in it, it's on there. So you can get a look at that, and it's a dual console. It's beautiful. I think it is. It's colored up good. It's a real pretty boat. Go to his website and you can scroll down. You'll find the bullet boat. Click on and you click on that and it'll pull the picture up, and they've got a little video of it there and everything. You can kind of look it over. But there's nothing like putting your hands on it, Mike.
No, they sure ain't.
Go give them a call. Go to Ray Street over there at the other building and go in and look it over.
That's right.
Check it out. It looks pretty good.
While you're down there, remember that ghost trolling motor. You might want to get a change or two on it.
Yeah, that's a fact. They're going to draw on that thing here for too long, I think, and they may not. If they don't, they don't get enough sell enough tickets, they're going to refund the money and go on with other things. So, but do check them out. Edgemore Outdoors, Scott and Vance over there at Edgemore. Don't forget those fine folks about your fishing tackle and that kind of thing. They're just like most every other business right now. There's things they can get, and then there's things that's hard to get.
That's true.
With the trailer, the plastic trailers for sure is some of the colors they're having a hard time finding, and the producer, the manufacturer is just not making a lot of them. So hopefully that'll get straightened out here and for too long with this pandemic thing slowing down some, and from all indications I've heard that it's slowing down a little bit. Hopefully they can get people back to work and get their baits built back up, Mike. What we're looking for.
Yes, sir. That's for sure.
So, all right, we're going to remember Tim's Tires down in the Harriman area. Make sure if you needing some tires on your vehicle, truck, whatever it might be, give them a shout there at Tim's Tires, and just all I can say is just check them out. They've got all kinds of tires down there, a lot of brands, and they can get anything that you might be interested in. So do remember those fine folks there at Tim's Tires. Okay, we're going to cut back to Chandler and let him show us some more fishing film.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, folks. That's our first one in the boat. He had too good a luck to start off with. We'll keep after him, though. Good smiling. We'll put him back. Watch him go. Okay. barely swim up there and touch that thing. That's what, he's a mean one. Turn him like a razor blade. Real light little deal there. Turn my skirt up. That's a little bitty one. See what else we can find. There you go. Oh, ain't amazing how anyway. Thank you, Steve Cox. Look at that, eh? Yeah, what is it all about? All right. There we go. Dog's mouth. Yeah. All right. Okay, turn that light around just a little more. Got a good picture of it now. There's that first smallmouth. Got it on that black and watermelon. We put him back. Maybe we can find a few more. Excuse me. Man, touch that lip, they just can't stand it. I don't know what it is about. Got you. They'll hang there all day, but you touch that lip and it just just don't like it. No, well, long jig. That went. That's back in there. Getting it up. Okay, folks. I finally got one to hang on to that jig. Big old largemouth. Man, nice. My goodness, look at him, what a largemouth. That is a nice one. Get a little more light on him, maybe. How's that? He is nice. Okay. I'll put him back. He's there about 28, 30 foot. I wouldn't care to catch a few more like that. That's the first one I've had to hang on to that jig. I just kind of bump it and that's all they do with it. We get back after.
All right, we're back. Mike, tell us about that. I think you was there by yourself, and Bill and I was
Yeah.
In my boat, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So fill us in on what went on there.
Like I say, I was pretty much throwing the same baits that we had been throwing. Kept trying other stuff and fished a spinnerbait quite a bit and changed up a couple of times on that, but never did get a bite on the spinnerbait. I don't know what was wrong with them there. And even tried a Texas rig deal there with that little centipede on it, and I had to hold of one fish and he got off. And, it was fair night, I guess you could say. I lost more than I caught, that's for sure. I mean, it seemed like they'd bite it and then you'd get them on and Sometimes you get a wind or two. Sometimes you get them close to the boat, and it's gone.
Yeah, we've had a lot of that up there lately, Mike.
Last time we was up there, I talked to them other guys and neighbors. We didn't do out like good at all, really. And you was fishing with Bill there, and them guys come in and loaded their boat up, and they said they lost fish after fish. He said it was unbelievable how them fish was getting off. I said,
Right.
yeah, know the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
They can shake that head. I mean, take away that head of that jig and swing it back and forth and make it unhook itself or something.
Right. They definitely know how to get loose, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no doubt about it. That's a fact.
That's one reason I think they come up with that rattle trap, or that pro trap they called it, where your line went through there and tied onto the hook underneath it, and where he'd go up the line and you still had him on that treble hook.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got one of them, but I've never fished with it much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they figured it out, and that's what the weight, that they'd sling that head and that weight and make it just unhook that hook.
Yeah, but now how them fish, I mean, they're slinging their heads down there and under the water because you can feel them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
doing every kind of flip-flop circle.
Yeah.
I mean, just, yeah.
Guys out there, if you see deep sea fishing, that guys talking about said them big marlin and stuff come up, said they bow to them. They drop their rod and give them all kinds of slack.
Yeah.
Try to keep them.
Right.
I don't know. I've seen them throw that thing out if they get any slack at all. They throw that hook out.
Right. Okay. Chandler, have we got any more film? Okay, good deal. All right, Mike, let's figure out what we're going to talk about here now. I brought some baits over, but I'll let you know that I took all the trailers off of them because
Rust the hooks.
yeah, rust the hooks. You don't want to leave them laying around the bottom of the boat wet and with them salty trailers on them because they'll rust the hook. Yeah, that's one thing them hooks don't like is that dang salt in that plastic, for sure. I was trying to find the black and the copper right there. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. I get it right there. It is. All right, Mike. There's the black and copper. You can hold that up. And
Black and gold, you mean?
black. Yeah, not the copper, but we have some skirts or trailer or baits in here with copper in them, and we've got some with the gold flake in them, and we've got several bags of different colors of skirt material. It's heck, I don't care to tell you, we've got a bunch of it that come from Oregon and a bunch that come from California, and you just find it where you can find it. And I was looking for that dang blue and green pumpkin with the blue underneath. That I don't see it in here right off the get-go.
It's about a half and half on that watermelon and black.
Yeah.
And the black's up on top.
So anyway, that's been a good one.
Sometimes
for sure.
It just takes a strand or two in the back of it, and sometimes it just takes a few strands on the top of it.
Right.
I've seen that touch of orange tied onto the back of it, or chartreuse, and then I've seen touch of red put on the top of it, to brighten it up or something. But, you never know about them fish exactly what they want. It could be a real subtle change, just a touch of orange or something on the tips of your trailer, or you could go from, just like I say, a watermelon to a fish one that's got red flake in it or something, and they hit it. And with a regular watermelon, you might get 2 or 3 to hit it, but that flash sometimes when you pick one up, and you don't really see a whole lot of glitter in there, but then when you move it, you get that flash back and forth off of it. And, that's something else. And yet that copper crawl, it's sort of a green pumpkin and black mixed with that copper flake in it. And like I say, it gets, one minute you look at it and it's black, and next minute it's that green pumpkin, and then all of a sudden it's flashing back and forth with that copper. Especially when you get it down in the water, pull it around there and shine your light on it.
Yeah. There's the green pumpkin and blue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a little bit of blue tied on to the back of it there. It ain't got no blue flash in the green pumpkin at all. It's just straight green pumpkin with a black glitter in it. With a little bit of bright blue on the back of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See.
Yeah, I don't want you to mess my jigs up here, Mike. I might need them right about Thanksgiving, right after, if it warms up a tad. Yeah. Shucks, far. It's yeah. You never know.
No, sure don't.
You never know. I mean, it's we've had some good trips up there at night in the latter part of the year, between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Catch a warm night, bright moon. Look out.
You might want to put that back in.
Yeah, I want to put that back in there. I might need it. All righty. Like I said, a lot of our fish we've caught on jigs up there. That's basically, I start out in May throwing a little old hair fly, and the fish are they're fairly shallow at that time. 8, 10, 12 foot water, and some of them hit it before it ever throw it out there, and it never hit the bottom. But as they get deeper, and a little later on in the summer, it's like anything else. They're striking a little old small bitsy bug, a little old 1/4 ounce peanut jig. Mostly it's a bucktail. I like to be throwing that bucktail right off the get-go, a brown, a green, black, depending on the dark night or a moonlit night, and we just work our way. We just follow the fish out.
That's right.
It gets warmer and gets hotter. You're up there and the water's 65, 67 degrees. They don't have to be real deep.
No.
And getting to 70, around 70 degrees, 72, it's just kind of they're still up pretty shallow. And then as it gets up in the higher 70s, they're out there in that 15, 20 foot of water. And the next thing you know, they're in 25 to 30.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we just kind of follow them there, you know, start out shallow and work our way deep. And same way as it cools off, up to a certain point, they'll come back in there and they'll be in that 5. Heck, we call them on spinner baits up there at night, paralleling the bank.
Yeah.
And you know, they'd be 4, 5, 6 foot deep maybe. And you throwing that bait right up on the bank just about it, and just start winding it out, and they'll get on it. But they do come back up for a while, and then when it gets cold, that water gets down into the 40s. They're back out there fairly deep.
Comfort zone.
In their comfort zone, yeah.
That's right.
So we just try to stay at them, whatever it takes.
Them smallmouth, the largemouth ain't as hard to figure out as the smallmouth, because that water can be 85 degrees or more, and you'd think they're out there 25 foot, and then all of a sudden you catch one in there 5 foot of water, because they'll come up if the food's there and feed, and then they'll go back down. And I know that for a fact. I caught a smallmouth out there at Dale Holler back years ago on this island out there that had the lake was up and the grass was sticking up. It was like a hay field. The grass was about 3 foot high and the water was up about 1 foot in it. And I caught that smallmouth out there on a spinnerbait 30 foot deep. And when I got him to the house, put him in the cooler and stuff there and got him to the house, and when I went to clean him, his stomach had a wad of grasshoppers as big as your fist in his belly.
Yeah.
And now there ain't no way he's going to be eating grasshoppers at 30 foot deep.
No.
He had to be up there in that grass eating them. And
Yeah.
then went back down.
Mm-hmm.
So them smallmouth, I've caught them in there right again the bank in that hot weather, and they'll move back off.
Yeah.
Wherever their food's at, that's where they're going to go.
I don't doubt that a bit, Mike. They're kind of like we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be around where the food's at. So
That's for sure.
they're the same way. That's just the nature.
They said, always said that the smallmouth prefer 62-degree water.
Yes.
And it's like a largemouth. They said, and most of the other fish like that, crappie and walleye and all that, and the largemouth, and like 72-degree water. And you know, the ground temperature itself is 58 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that water starts getting warmer down through there, and then as it starts cooling off, that ground cools that water off as it comes back up.
Yeah.
Warmer water in it, and the water does turn over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Spring
Heck,
time,
you'd
it's
think somebody
fall, too.
poured oil out on top of it up there at
Yes,
times.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It does turn over. That's a fact, Mike.
It's like you air in the house when it's hot and cold, and the hot air stays up top and cold at the bottom, and then turn around and turn over on you.
Yeah. I've caught a lot of fish in that turnover water, especially on a
Yes, sir.
dadgum
Yes, sir.
crawdad colored crankbait, shad wrap,
Bone colored we are.
bone colored we are. Yeah, I mean that's they lay in it. They'll be right there. Sure will. But that water does turn over. No two ways about it.
Well, have you heard on any fishing reports?
Let's see. I had something. Them boys at work. There's 2 or 3 of them there. Like I say, every time they run into me, they want to know how we're doing. And I said, well, I didn't get to go. How'd y'all do? We catching them largemouth.
Yeah.
That's what they're catching largemouth on Norris, and spinner baits, top water, swim bait. I've heard of all three of those there, right there, producing some bass on Norse in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And them old boys, we had that walleye picture on here a couple of weeks ago. Them old boys are still trolling for them walleye, and they haven't sent me any more pictures, but I heard from the boy that fishes around them and knows them good. He said they're still catching them out there trolling in that 30 foot of water.
Well, you know, I was telling you there last week, he was talking to Gary there, her uncle, and he'd been up to Douglas there, and he said they hardly got that far away from the dam, just more or less around the big island there, cowboys and stuff fishing. They caught quite a few fish, smallmouth and largemouth up there.
Yeah.
And he said that mud violet done awful good, and that red French fries, he calls it.
Mm-hmm.
Caught quite a few up there. I've heard several different things on Watch Bar. Hadn't heard nobody talk about anything on Loudon or not, but Tellico. But I've heard they was catching some deep and on worms, and some of them talk about fishing over the grass and catching some. And some of them said something about rattle traps, spinner baits, and they're trying everything down there.
Yeah.
Some of them get on them, some of them don't.
No, yeah. Well, you know and I know, Dad lives there right as we cross the Little Emery there. You can see the grass everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing there's quite a bit of grass all over the Watts Bar right now at this time, and so it's going to be you know. We'll just have to, maybe we can get down there Saturday and fish a little while and find out some things before we fish our tournament. But if we get to make, fish down there before, fine. If we don't, fine too. We'll just have to hunt them when we get there.
That's right.
But the grass is, I've heard some good fish being caught out of the grass down there. And then you turn right around and you hear about the next wildcat tournament they have or something. Chuck, what did you say? There's 45 boats in the tournament down there the other weekend. It took about 7 pounds to win.
Yeah.
So, they're on and off, I guess, is the deal. But the Heartland's having a tournament out of Point 19 Saturday morning. One of them boys at work said he was going up to fish it. And so we'll see how things turn out. Want to remember our sponsors, folks, for sure. Let's see, you mentioned something else I was going to say, Mike. They had, shucks, what was it that guy was telling me about? Yeah, they had a big tournament on Watts Bar a week or so ago, and took a little over 22 pounds to win it. Mm-hmm. So that was a dandy bag of fish, So it's just like any, you got to find them, find out what they want. We know there's fish in there, but then you turn right around and you take 45 boats and then only takes this 7 pounds to win. Had a tough day.
Yes, yes.
That was when you and Mikey were down there crappie fishing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Down there crappie fishing.
Yeah, sure was.
I've heard several talking about going down to Chickamauga and fishing, and I heard that the guy told me that fellas he'd talked to told him that they was catching quite a few of them down there.
Yeah. Chickamauga. Well, there's no reason for them not to, really. I mean, that's like, we've been there several trips. It's full of grass.
Yeah. That's what he's talking about.
It's full of grass. There ain't no two ways about it.
I seen that show there the other morning. Kevin Van Dam would come out of
Yeah.
storage yard, was down there fishing Chickamauga. Of course, that's back in June or July 1 when he was fishing it. And, he was catching them on crankbaits
Mm-hmm.
down there.
Yeah.
You just had to, looked like he had 3 or 4 different ones run different depths and stuff, pretty much the same color, but he's throwing them big crankbaits around and stuff. So, they fish in all the lakes. It's just finding what they're going to feed on,
Right. Yeah, I hear you. All right, folks, we're getting close to time to get out of here. Shucks, I was going to tell you something, Mike. Can't remember now what it was. Getting bad about that. Do remember to wear your life jackets. Keep them out. If you're not wearing it, put it out where you can get to it. You just want to be safe on the water. Make sure you got all your safety equipment. Check your fire extinguisher. Make sure it's still good. That kind of thing. You never know when, we're running around out there and all kinds of electronics.
That's true.
Batteries in the back of the boat. I'll never forget that morning we was up there at Andersonville fixing the blast, or waiting for the blast off on a big tournament, and this fog, still dark. I mean, just barely could make out the guy out there away from you. And we was all sitting there in the holler, and all of a sudden it said, boom! And a battery blew up in the back of this guy's boat, and it blowed the lid open, and 2 or 3 guys there close by him went to, trying to help him make sure that everything was put out, and throwing splashing water up on everything, so we charge these batteries, and especially the old wet cell batteries, and they give off a gas.
They do.
And what it was, that guy hit his trolling motor button, loose connection on the battery back there, and when it arced, boom, it blowed the lid off the battery box and blowed the back lid open. Yeah. Smoke everywhere, and dang lucky it just didn't blow the boat up.
Yeah.
So, that's these batteries and stuff. So it comes back to that fire extinguisher in case you ever were to need it. If it's, you're sitting, you got the batteries and the gas tank sitting right there side by side.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
It don't take much. Anyway, we're going to get off of here. God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully next week Mike can have some fishing film that's current. I don't know. We'll have to hope he gets some, find some somewhere. Mike, get you some gold minnows and nothing else.
That's right.
Yeah.
Chartreuse is the best.
Yeah, chartreuse is the best. See y'all next week. All right. Hey, folks. We're over here at Edgemore Outdoors and got Vance back here. They've got a new selection of, what is this called now, Vance?
This is all queen tackle.
Queen tackle, okay.
It's all tungsten. They got tungsten weights, flipping weights. They got drop shot weights. All the jigs are all tungsten heads. There's flipping jigs, football jigs. There's swim jigs down here too. That's all of it's tungsten. There's shaky heads right here.
Okay, that's all tungsten stuff. Well, Vance got my attention with one thing. You can take any jig. Vance, get some of those bills. The chatterbait bills?
These aren't tungsten, but you can take this little chatterbait here and you can make a jig or a swim bait, any kind of head,
throw
a
it and
chatterbait.
put a shaky head on it.
Yep.
Son of a gun. I was just wondering how long that was going to take.
They've got different sizes in the blades there. There's silver, gold, and black.
Silver, gold, and black, different sizes in the blades, and like you said, you can take a white jig that you're flipping and put that dang bill on it, and you got you a chatterbait.
That's right.
Well, I wish me and you had thought of that. Folks, listen, do get by here, Edgemore Outdoors. Just swing around here, look at, gosh, I mean, man, the racks are hanging full of stuff, line, oil, just everything in the world here at Edgemore Outdoors. Jim and his crew would be more than glad to help you find what you need back here on the thing. I mean, it's just I just hadn't had a chance to get over here. I've been wanting to come by and make a new film advertisement for Edgemore Outdoors, and we just thankful for their support here over the years, keeping the show going, and it's just, row after row of tackle, baits, plastics, crappie stuff, catfish stuff. They've got live bait, reels, rods. I mean, it's just, if you're looking for it, more than likely they have it over here. So do come by, stop in here and visit with Edgemore Outdoors. And I'm pretty sure you'll be satisfied, and they can help you find what you need.
Okay.
Hey folks, I'm here at Reynolds Racing and Marine, 620 Ray Street here in Kingston. Got Mr. Glenn Reynolds here with us. Glenn, tell us about this beautiful Bullet boat sitting here.
Okay, this is the latest deal. It's called SST. It's 21 foot long. Has a lot of key features inside. It's got three coolers, so you keep your beverages plenty cool. Got a little